Hi everyone! Thank you for joining me on this tutorial on how to use the Chill Subs collections. If you're new to Chill Subs or you just haven't been around on the site in a while, you might notice that things look a little bit different. We just had a really exciting redesign where we have this left-hand navigation toolbar where you can find most of our tools. So to browse collections, you click on the Collections tab. And first, I'll show you how to create your own collections, and they will be saved here. And then I'll show you our curated collections that are made just for you in mind so that you don't have to create collections by filtering magazines down. So first, you want to go to Browse. And as you're browsing different journals, there's a longer tutorial on how to use the Browse feature, but I'm going to assume that you've already watched that and that you know how to use Browse. So as you find different journals that you think might be great homes for your work, you can save them by bookmarking them. When you create a bookmark, you can either mark it as a favorite, or you can create a collection that's based on a piece that you want to submit. So that way, as you're browsing and you find journals that you think might be a great place to send a particular poem or short story, you can save that journal underneath the title of the short story that you have. And later, when you come back and you want to submit it, all the journals that you thought might be good homes for it will be in one place. So if I have the master's review here and I think that it's potentially a really good home for my poem Warbirds, I can click on that and it will automatically get put into that collection. Then when I go to the Collections tab and I click on the poem Warbirds, it will show up as a journal that I wanted to bookmark and send this particular poem to later. So that's how you use the saved collections that you create for yourself. Now, if you want to use the collections that we've created for you, if you don't want to go to the process of browsing for different literary journals and filtering down and saving each one at a time, you can click on our curated collections and see what categories we've come up with for you. So first off, we just had our annual Best of Chill Subs awards that were all 100% community nominated. Over 4,000 people voted for their favorite lit mags, and we've created collections out of those. So for example, the Great Editors category, you'll find the top 10 magazines by clicking on this collection here, and you can send your work to them. You can also bookmark it so that it goes into one of your saved collections. Now, there are other categories, for example, where to publish memoirs and essays or lit mags that agents love. This collection has 18 journals, so you can see what agents are reading if you are interested in getting your work in front of an agent's eyes. And you can submit your work there by bookmarking it and then sending in your work. Other collections that you can look at that are themed might be these prestige mags want to make you a star, or they might be something like Lit Mags vibing so hard it'll make your teeth hurt, or where to publish horror stories. Or if you're really looking to get into those hard to get into journals, the 1% Club. If you want a fledgling journal that you might be part of their first issue, you can click on this collection. So those are themed. Now you can go to our stats-backed category. The ones that are stats-backed will automatically move journals in and out of it based on where they are in the number. So for example, most competitive poetry-only literary magazines of all time. If you click on that, these are the hardest journals to get into. So as people track their submissions and new journals move into that #1 spot, these will automatically update. So if your goal this year is to get into a really hard to get into journal, this collection might be for you. There are other stats-backed ones like most popular speculative fiction magazines of all time, or most submitted to poetry-only literary magazines of all time. These are literary magazines in the sweet spot. So if you're looking to publish in a journal that usually has about a 3 to 8% acceptance rate, then you can find a list of journals that might be a good home for your work here. So when you have time, rather than going to the browse feature and narrowing down by category, you can just go to our collections and find places to submit to that way. We also have our awards catalog. So if one of your goals is to get nominated for a pushcart or Best of the Net or Best American Essays, you can come here and you can see all the different journals that nominate. So here's fiction magazines that nominate for the Pushcart Prize, and there are 581 of those. And you can bookmark these and save them for later. So those are the Chill Subs collections. We hope that this gets you away from the endless scroll and gives you more time to submit your work so that you have more time to do more writing. So thank you so much for joining me on this tutorial.